All right, this is Jake of 8-bit joystick, and I finally got my power back on. I have been without power for 3.5 days. I did a quick little play and talk on my Mew Mini Plus, and I played some Ice Climber for Famicom. So I thought I would actually play some Ice Climber again, and then go into the Famicom/NES port of Snow Bros. So I am finally here at home. My cat is nice and warm because I actually, I was worried about frostbite. I was worried about stuff freezing in my place. It was ridiculous. Anyway, so this is the Famicom Disk System version. I'll try 2. So, I said, what's the deal with the eggplants? So, Toru Osawa used to work for Famicom, on the Famicom, or Nintendo R&D, and he had a joke about eggplants. So, he is the reason for the eggplant wizard in Kid Icarus, and also the various eggplant references in Ice Climber. So, the Nasu, the Japanese eggplant, is a lot longer, and more narrow than the American variety. They're the one that we're used to, the European variety. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm probably going to go and replay this on the first one. So, as a result of that, it is... that's just horrible. No bonus. Mountain 1. Okay, I'm going to go back to the original difficulty. Alright. I could play this on cartridge, but I have it loaded on the Famicom Disk System on my EverDrive. Yeah, let's start with 1. So we're expected to have yet another ice storm. So here's hoping I won't lose power. So that's the reason why my latest video was delayed, because I can't edit digital video by the dark. Also, I'm not very productive when I am doing my... Oh, those birds can just flat out kill you. Good to know. So, this is, I believe, an arcade game that was adapted to the... Oh! Yeah, no bonus for me. So, my cat is very happy to be warm. Alright, let's try number 2. I don't really remember that Pick a Mountain thing from the NES version. I'll have to load up the cartridge version. You know what? I'll just do that right now. So, pausing. I have my retro USB AVS right here. It can be a little tough to get the cartridge out for the NES cartridges. Seriously. So, Ice Climber for Famicom. Oh, like all cartridges. Let's see if I can do this without having to clean it. Well, I'll be right back. Alright, so it looks like that it's recording, but there is some garbled data. Unlike the NES, the Famicom actually will run with a dirty pin. So I got some industrial alcohol, a Q-tip. I usually do a wet pass. The first is to sort of denature the... I don't really know what's on there. I'm assuming it's carbon. I've always thought it's either carbon or oxidation. Corrosion, I've heard. I need to actually do a video on like what is actually up with old cartridges. Never blow. Take out a cartridge and blow on it, your spit isn't doing anything to help. Your breath isn't doing anything to help. However, you're trying to reset the connectors. But until you actually clean the connectors, that's when you're going to get good results. There we go. Much nicer. Oh. So, yeah, so they did... change a little bit of the menu between the NES or the Famicom and then the Disk System release. Kroger seltzer water, not product placement. So seals. Birds will straight up kill you. I did not know that prior. So there's something like 900 power lines down in Portland, or in the greater Portland area. And so 3.5 days was quite a long time to be without power. Not as bad as, you know, the poor bastards in Ukraine and all the things that they've had to go through. Or Japan, I ordered some games from J4U, and I did that on the December 30th, and it was right before the earthquake. So, and also a lot of people working in the warehouse had the first week of the year off. So I have yet to receive it. It's been 2 weeks. Usually it's much less than that. Okay, can I catch the pterodactyl? What? Well, I'm at the top. Okay, no bonus. That's brutal. In typical Nintendo fashion, they have one level that's easy to get to know, and then a really quick ramp up of the difficulty. Sega was notorious about this also, especially around this time in the mid-80s. So, ice climber dudes jump. I think they feel a little bit like Konami's Castlevania, in that you jump and you can't turn directions in midair, so you sort of feel committed to the jump. Super Mario, you know, did have the ability to change directions as you jump. As a result of this, I mean, it makes sense because you can't realistically change directions midair. I don't care what ninjas and gymnasts. I mean, ninjas and gymnasts are about the only ones, and they can actually change direction by actually, like, you know, flipping around and contorting. But oh well. So my kitty is very happy to be warm again. I was worried that his ears were going to get cold and that he was going to suffer frostbite, because it was long enough I am, my day job, I'm an essential healthcare worker. And so I actually went to work. And, was expecting, oh, well, at least we'll have power at work. Nope, our generator ran out of power. So I'm very glad that that didn't last long, but I was able to warm up and take a shower and charge my various electronic devices. Pretty much I'm glad that I had like a Kindle Fire 8 and I had some stuff. I have VLC, which is a great video player, and I had some downloaded anime on my, I fell right where I didn't want to. So I was able to transfer some stuff to watch to my, so thank God for completely legitimately acquired downloaded media. Because you can't stream stuff without power. Oh, you can walk around. Cool. Yeah, this is gonna get tough. Shoot. Alright, 12 minutes into my recording. I'm going to play until... I mean, at least there's no timer, but come on, man, give me a chance. Alright. Right, I'm gonna switch to Snow Bros. Alright, I switched over to Snow Bros. Let's see, let's go for the NES version. So originally, Snow Bros made by Toplan, and then I believe there was I don't know who did the Famicom port. I'm tempted to say Tosei, but I'll have to look that up. Let's see if it says it on the lit screen. But anyway, so there's, I think, Romstar. Yeah, so, but Capcom published the NES version. And there's my cat. So, there is King Scorch, aka did the David Bowie lookalike. Oh man, these are great looking. Oh, I need to pay more attention. I'm currently snuggling a cat. So originally this was a 16-bit arcade game, and the 8-bit port, you know, it's not one that was considered like a down. I mean, technically it was a downgrade, but 8-bit versions of 16-bit arcade games were considered like legit games. Like this is sold at full price. You're getting the full Snow Bros experience. I think that I love 16-bit sprites. I love 8-bit sprites. And when I say sprites, what I mean is like artwork, hand-drawn, 8 and 16-bit 2D artwork. Love this stuff. Be interesting if, as this game was localized from the Japanese version, if they decrease the rate of sushi drops, because the original arcade, many of the monsters turned into sushi after their snowballs were dispensed of. I do think it's cool how these guys jump. Oh, I missed the power. The power-up disappeared before I got to it. I like how they do a little flip in the air, like, and it's mandatory. They have to do it. All right, the pumpkin dude comes and goes after you if you take too much time. So I guess Snow Bros, I mean, this was really sort of like an old-fashioned game, even when it came out. So, it was made in the 16-bit era, but definitely is in the tone, oh shoot, of one-screen arcade games, which is I think it's a classic format, you know? I mean, as far as modern indie retro games, people are doing all sorts, and I think a one-screen game is, it's definitely a legitimate, like, the limitations of the format force you to do creative things. 4-panel comics, perfect example of that. I mean, some people of, you know, of the comics, just a simple 4-panel format. The limitations of it really allow you to, or force the people to make creative choices. So this being, you have one screen filled with monsters, and you have to convince or have someone who's never played the game before have to figure it out, have fun, or they have to look at it and think, oh, I could figure that out, and here's my 25 cents, 50 cents, 100 yen. A lot of people don't realize is, like, in Japan, the US, 25 cents was the standard price for an arcade game, and some of the more expensive ones were 50 cents to start, but that was a lot of money in the 70s, but thanks to inflation, but Japan has always had, it's always been like close to 1,000 yen, some even more, but 1,000 yen is closer to like 75 cents. Given the exchange rate, I think it's like currently around 130, 140 yen to $1. So you need to look quickly. Back when the dollar wasn't doing so hot against the yen, you're like, okay, I'll just basically get the yen price and take 2 digits off it. But now it's more like 2 digits and a little more. We are living in the golden age of buy and import stuff from Japan. So, I am playing this on my retro USB AVS. And, oh shoot, being a little too aggressive there. Got it? Yeah, I can continue. I think I'll keep going until I get to the boss. Got a little bit more time. So, sorry I couldn't finish my Game Boy Color video. I was literally working on it when the power went out, and I'm like, oh, I'll just be delayed a day. I didn't know it was going to be 3 days of cold. Not like, oh, it's a little chilly. No, I had like, I had a hard time sleeping. It was so cold. Didn't want to eat because it was so cold. I made like a tuna fish sandwich by candlelight the first night. First night, I was just sort of laughing it off, like, oh, this sucks, but you know, it's not going to last long. Well, a couple days later, it's lasts pretty damn long. But yeah, I felt sorry for my cat because I didn't really feel like doing anything except just lying in bed and trying to stay warm. Try to get him to go under the blankets. All right, well, got to the boss. So, Jake of 8-bit joystick, thank you very much. I'll have my Game Boy Color video this week, and then Game Boy Advance next week. And thank you for sticking with me through the icy winter death storm. See, he is glad that he is inside and warm. All right, have a good one. Stay awesome, play retro. stupid little catchphrase I do with that. And now, on to the games. Like, does people like that? I don't know. I'm just trying to do something because, you know, it's a little catchphrases and things like that. I hope people like it.